PFGTV.
Sam!
Enough with your fucking flannel shirts.
He really does enjoy.
Stop it.
He does enjoy a good flannel.
Sick of him dressing like the fucking brawny towel guy. Really, fucking annoys me. You're not outdoorsy or woodsy. Fucking mama does your laundry.
He's stylish.
It's plaid. It's not flannel.
Fucking horrible.
Yeah.
All the boys are wearing it.
Stop dressing in patterns.
What do we got on Scorch?
He's back.
He's back and better than ever.
Scorch PFGTV.
I don't know where I have a good picture of
PFGTV.
Scorch up on there.
Oh, yeah. Where's Scorch? Of course, Scorch, we worked with him way back when up in Boston, and he's since gone on to do his own TV show. Well, it's a paid channel, and he pays for an infomercial.
He's a media mogul, sir.
Oh, really?
He's a media mogul.
I'm
How
actually.
did I miss that?
I think he's on a different channel now that's less people. He's not on the My channel anymore. That he was on
What?
the My Network in New
Wait,
Hampshire.
he's not on My Network anymore?
No.
But that was his, he had how many networks?
Well,
How many affiliates?
that's the problem. Like, now he's saying he's on a major. He's getting caught up in his lies because he has to lie about the new network.
Let's bring everyone up to speed, though. So he does a local show in New Hampshire, a little morning show, and now he decided he needs to be on TV as well. Yeah. So he got a public access show?
Public access.
He started with a public access show, yeah.
But what happened when he was in a bar?
Yeah,
Well,
didn't he start the show from the bar?
That was the
once?
public access show. Right. He was in the bar.
Right.
That was the TV show in a bar.
Yeah.
In a bar.
And then last we left the people with the PFGTV, he was in a really nice TV studio.
Right. He started moving up the ranks of TV studios
Nice.
and then up to My Network. And then he kind of disappeared.
Yeah.
Remember, the last time we played a clip, it was when he said, I got something for those two people in New York, meaning you guys. Mm-hmm. Then he disappeared for a while.
Oh, God.
What happened to him?
Right.
Now he came back, except he's not in a TV studio anymore.
Well, what happened to the TV studio?
I don't know, but now he's back. He's in a bar.
But he's back. All right, wait. He's back in the bar.
Yeah, he's
and
in a
he's
bar.
not on the Mind TV network anymore.
No, he's on.
What happened there?
Is he on the web now only?
He is definitely on the web, and he appears to be on something called Retro TV.
Retro
What's Retro TV?
I don't know, but I looked up the website, and they play like old TV shows. It seems like they take public access channels and they put old TV shows on them.
Because no one's buying
Nobody's
the time.
watching it. Yeah.
So is this a good move for him, going back to the bar?
No. I
Well,
wouldn't
let's
think
see.
so.
But I bet he spins it in a way where it's the best thing ever.
He does have his opinions on it, yeah. I mean, he seems to prefer it there, but I wouldn't think career-wise it makes a lot of sense.
Uh-huh.
All right. Can we roll this episode up on Apple TV just so we have a visual? It doesn't have to match up with the audio.
Let's
It will, though.
see.
Awful on both counts.
All right, let's get into this. Scorch, PFGTV. Jessica introduces what's coming up tonight on PFGTV.
All right.
Live from the PFG's Television Center at Michael's Pub in Tingsboro.
The television.
Wow.
center.
Yeah.
Television
Wow.
Center at Michael's Pub in Pingsboro? What are you doing?
Well, wherever he goes, he said, what happened was, it's like a restaurant pub,
Yeah.
and there's a wall with a fireplace against it. And normally there'd be tables lined up for people to eat there, but instead they cleared out like 4 tables.
You know what? When you fucking have like a bar grill, a pub restaurant, fucking television studio has never been a part
No.
of bar pub.
Is the fire at least real behind him?
Oh, my
I'm looking
God.
at the visual
The
now.
fire does appear to be a real fire.
And when is he going to get a laptop from this century?
He looks like a crazy evangelist.
Well, if you notice, he's back to using like the little footstool for a table.
Wait, he's sitting at a footstool in front of a
Yeah.
fire. Oh, my God. What happened to the TV studio?
And why the horrible couch? What happened to the
Well,
good couch you
And
used
the
to have?
graphics all behind him.
Right.
Nick Carpinelli, the guy on the couch, now appears to be the guy on the wicker love seat.
Yeah, it's like that's outdoor patio furniture.
All right, let's
Why
get
is there a fire behind him?
I don't know.
What is he doing? He's dressed like fucking Crazy Eddie.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Live from the PFG's Television Center at Michael's Pub in Tingsboro, it's Scorch's PFG TV, presented by the New England Subaru dealers. I'm Jessica, and tonight joining Scorch in the living room is Nivea from Loca Photo, doing a sponsor spotlight. We'll talk to pro wrestling historian and show regular Sheldon Goldberg. Plus, we'll do weird news,
Sheldon
the
Goldberg.
appetizer, info on how you can be on the show, And our special musical guests on the Auburn Pit stage, it's the Brooklyns. Now, give it up. Here's Scorch.
Welcome once again to another fabulous episode of Scorch's PFGTV. Let us go to the living room. Come in here. Yeah.
Now, you hear the applause.
Yeah. That's something I'm a little suspect of.
Yeah, that's being piped in.
Scorch has this photographer that he had on the show. He let the photographer take pictures. He doesn't go to. He learned from us, I think, when we pointed out that there were only a very few people at his old bar shows.
Yes.
He stopped doing audience shots. However, the photographer took a picture of the audience, and now through the magic of Apple TV,
we'll get to it.
I share with you.
Oh my God!
See,
how come it sounded like?
Wow, they sound like there were hundreds of people there.
Yeah,
You could see Scorch right there in the corner by the fireplace.
I'm going to count for everybody. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe 10 people.
By the way, the people sitting at the bar, that's the band that's performing later.
Oh, okay. So there are
there's
literally six people there to see Scorch.
Yeah.
And he made it
Six
sound
people.
like there are hundreds.
Can we hear the applause again?
I got to hear the applause again. Now that we know there are 6 people there.
Fabulous episode of Scorch's PFGTV. Let us go to the living room. Come in here. Yeah.
Doesn't he have a following where they would show up for this?
No, he doesn't. No.
Oh, this is depressing.
He's in Manch Vegas. I mean,
I want to do his show.
although he did announce.
I said that. I would road trip in a second to do this.
He did announce that if you tell the restaurant in advance that you're going to the PFG taping, you'll give free appetizer while you watch the show.
That's not bad.
Oh, boy.
What kind of appetizers?
I mean, probably, definitely mozzarella sticks, something like that.
What about some of that calamari?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, this is New Hampshire. This is Manch Vegas, after all.
And what happens in Manch Vegas?
Stays in Manch Vegas.
Exactly.
That's right.
Especially broadcasts.
Yeah, it should.
You would do PFG TV?
In a second.
Because he does have comedians on from time to time.
In a second.
How would you
I
do
would
a
road
sit-down
trip just to
interview,
do this. Let's, Scorch talks about the PFG TV network, and Scorch and Nick do a little two-man comedy.
Little two-man back and forth.
Oh, man, welcome
Yeah,
to
it is.
Scorch's PFG TV, to all of the viewers in the whole PFG TV network. See, we can't even say this station or this station anymore because we're...
I love that he has no idea that this is not working. He's not faking
loves this.
No,
in
he's
his
not.
mind, he is as big as fucking Conan O'Brien
It's
and
fucking
Letterman
happening.
and Leto and the rest of them.
And he's like, look, this is too big for me to even name
Right.
the affiliates anymore.
Living the dream. They
We're
all said
just-
it wouldn't happen.
We're just nationwide.
There's
This
my
guy-
own late-night TV show.
This guy wants to explain retro TV just so we have the full picture. Vinny,
Hello, boys.
what's up?
Basically, when all of the TV channels went digital, they got extra channels. They have the regular channel, and then they got like an extra channel because they could fit more stuff into the bandwidth. And Retro TV and a couple of other companies offer shows literally just to fill that channel.
So the only way you can actually get retro TV is if you don't have a cable box and if you have a converter for the rabbit ears, correct?
Well, there's a handful of cable companies that will carry like one or two of them. My local one carries Retro TV for my local channel, but yeah, pretty much you have to not have cable to not get this
You
channel.
can't get this with cable?
No, you have to have like the converter
Those-
box for the rabbit ears.
Oh,
right.
my
The digital
God, it
converter
gets worse.
for your rabbit ears.
So technically he's on more markets, but the only way you can get it is if you don't have cable.
Okay, so that's it right there. RTV.
You'd have to disconnect your cable to
Right.
receive the program.
And hook it
gets
up.
worse.
Like a lot of people would say, most of the time you'd say, I have to get cable in order to get this. But you'd actually have to take it away in order to get this show.
Well, it's worth it. It's PFG TV.
Can Fios get it?
No. You're all mixed up. You'd have to have the Fios guy come in and actually take out the Fios and then replace it with nothing.
There's a
And then you
remote
could get it.
chance- Sorry. I said there's a remote chance you might have one or two.
I'm looking at the affiliate list for Retro TV.
Yeah.
Guys, we're in luck.
There is an
Wow.
affiliate. There's an affiliate for our area.
Really?
Thank God.
Yes, it's WKOB-DT.
Oh, I watched that anyway.
Yeah, it's RF Channel 2, virtual Channel 42, or Digital Channel 43.1.
But you have to disconnect.
I don't know what
your cable.
Well, you'd have to
I
have
need a Phillips head screwdriver.
You'd have to have a TV that gets channel 43.1.
And
It's a radio.
and how do I get RF Channel 2?
Yeah, you'd have to have a switch.
Just when you thought it couldn't get worse.
In order to get RTV, you need to go out and buy a roll of official RTV tinfoil to wrap around your antenna.
What? What? You broke up.
Yeah, your
You
phone
broke
stinks.
up, dude. What?
All right, I'll try another joke.
Why don't you try one first?
Yeah, right. By another, you.
Yeah, you tell any more jokes, you're gonna get the Stinkeroo trophy.
You can always have more than nothing. Good point.
God, we got to know when he does these tapings, so maybe some of our listeners can check it
Tuesday.
out.
Tuesdays at 7 p.m.
At where?
They have a
Mike's Bar. I don't know where it is.
All right, Vinny. Thank you.
I'm attempting to find the lineup, like the actual program.
Yeah, here it is.
Yeah, look at it. It's paid.
It's a lot of paid programming.
It's just a whole fucking schedule that says
when is
paid
this show
programming.
supposed to be on? Like what day?
There is no listing for when it's actually on television
Because
anymore.
it says paid programming.
If you go to pfg-tv.com, you can figure out when the tapings are, so you can head down with your loved ones, get a free app.
Why is there a fucking dash in it? It couldn't just be PFGTV.
No. That's probably taken by the other PFGTV. It's such
I love the other
popular
shows
name.
that are on. Marcus Welby, I Spy, The Bold Ones, Emergency, Adam 12, Dragnet, The Incredible Hulk, Knight Rider, A-Team, Magnum PI, Simon & Simon, and The Rockford Files. This is a paper torn from a 1976 TV guide.
What channel is this on Cablevision?
It's the
Oh,
channel.
I don't think Cablevision or Fios carries this channel.
You mean I'd have to disconnect my cable?
This is the shit that, like, fucking TV Land said, ugh,
Yeah.
we ain't even playing this
No,
shit.
thank you. Nobody would
Adam
watch it.
12, Marcus Welby,
MD.
leave it to be Daniel Boone, Peter Gunn, Robin Hood, the TV show from fucking forever ago.
Black Sheep Squadron.
Baba Black Sheep was good, but Black Sheep Squadron wasn't.
That's what happens when you prank call a sheep. You go, Bubba Black Sheep.
Listen, I think we've given Scorch enough free plugs.
All right, let's get
God,
let's get into this. All right, here's another clip from PFGTV with Scorch, our old pal.
Oh man, welcome to Scorch's PFGTV, to all of the viewers in the whole PFGTV network. See, we can't even say this station or this station anymore because we're growing each and every week. So now it is just the Scorch's PFGTV network. Yeah! Oh,
It's recorded, the applause.
my God, what an interesting week. Everybody, I talked to Nick a little while ago because everybody at the radio station's getting all nauseous and sick. I was out for a few days.
Why, was he screening this program?
I, too, am getting phlegmy.
I am getting phlegmy. It's all because of you guys, man.
And Nick, well, we haven't made out, though, in a long time. So you
No,
can't
we
blame
all
me
use
for
the same
that.
microphone, and I want to address the theft that went on here at Michael's Pub over the last week. Apparently, somebody broke in and stole the freaking flat.
Stole the audience.
Stole the crowd.
Someone stole the audience.
Stole any dignity that was in the place.
It's good, right?
It's not good.
Over the last week. Apparently, somebody broke in and stole the freaking flat screen, man.
Oh, yeah, just so the people know, if you took our monitor from behind us, you scumbags, we need it back, please.
If you return it, there'll be no questions asked whatsoever.
The owner
had to
sold it
sell
to
it,
fucking pay the electric bill or
Listen,
something.
but wait, before you start it again, go back a little, because that was a setup for a joke.
Oh,
and I don't.
shit.
I mean, this is the two-man comedy.
All right.
Took our monitor from behind us, you scumbags, we need it back, please.
If you return it, there'll be no questions asked whatsoever.
Well, we'll ask a few questions.
Well, you're going to ask if they've...
Come on, let's be honest, but I'm going to ask you, like, what the hell, man? Why'd you take my TV, man? You know what I mean?
Wow. How do you have nothing planned?
What the hell, man? Why'd you take my TV? Know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
It's like someone should sit him down and go, look, I know that you think that you're going to mention a concept and something funny is going to show up.
Yeah.
But it's been proven that that's not going to happen. Think before you talk. Write a few thoughts down.
Know what I mean?
Create a funny question.
Something.
Well, there's going to be some questions asked. Okay, ball's in your court.
Some guys are.
Where's my TV?
Some guys are improv guys. Like they just
Yeah,
prefer to kind of
that's
go
right.
out there and
That's
just kind of wing it, and they,
You tell him, Sam.
Jesus Christ.
That's where Scorch and Nick are just kind of an improv pair.
Criminy.
I love your loyalty to this guy that gave you your first break.
Yeah.
Well, the thing about
That's
Scorch is
terrific.
everything I know about radio I learned from
That's
Scorch.
right.
Oh, cool.
Everything.
And this is how you pay him back. Weird news begins.
Weird news.
A bad edit cuts off the laugh track.
You know this song.
Weird news.
Yeah, I mean, whoever's editing Scorch's program. And by the way, I believe that the applause and stuff.
Yeah.
It's not done with a sound machine in house. It's
They're
done
edited
post.
in later.
Yeah.
In post, right.
And so now in Weird News, I guess they had to cut for time, or maybe they were awkward because they just cut in between every joke, and so they added a laugh track and then cut it off so they could.
All right, let's listen to this.
We have a whole busy show today, so why don't we get into things with our very first segment that we call Weird News, okay? Newport Beach, California, an off-duty police officer was arrested after he allegedly showed up to a massage parlor wearing his badge and gun and loudly demanding and I quote, frontal massage. When the girls in the parlor...
What is he doing? Was he doing a Letterman laugh there? Like a
I just love Jimmy's face.
Actually, I believe Scorch started doing that on the air before
Letterman.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I should have known that.
I mean, him and Dave borrow from each other. You know, they kind of
really
throw bits
do.
back and forth.
You can barely tell the difference between shows.
You know, guys, PEK28 on Twitter is right. Scorch is blowing up. You guys are just jealous of his 155 Twitter followers.
That
You
is.
see
right.
his audience.
You're right,
Some of
man.
them showed up.
You're right. You're right.
Logan Photo Studios, yes.
Is that his mom that showed up for the taping?
Maybe. She does live in the area.
Girls in the parlor refused to give it to him. He destroyed some furniture, then he stormed off in his car, his police car, which is stupid move number 2. And how did he get caught? Because he was in his police car. And remember I said he was wearing his gun and his badge?
Yes.
That's all he had on. This guy had his badge pinned to his chest, and he had his gun around his waist. Bloomington, Illinois.
No, he didn't.
Did you hear the crowd start laughing, though?
It's fucking mind-boggling.
Yes,
that's why we do
this. This is, it's either the worst show I've ever heard or the greatest thing ever brought to a television screen that no one can get.
No, it's either the worst thing anyone's ever done or whatever would be one level below that. Can we hear that laugh again?
Weird news. Yeah, let me hear his joke into the laugh. Yeah, that song is great. Into
I
the
said he
laugh.
was wearing his gun and his badge.
Yes.
That's all he had on. This guy had his badge pinned to his chest, and he had his gun around his waist. Bloomington, Illinois.
It's the Rupert Pupkin fucking laughing. Like when he's down in his basement.
The problem is that the PFG TV seems to be getting more and more into Rupert Pumpkin area.
Yes.
Like, you think it started there and then kind of...
No, now with this, those are canned laughs from like an old 50s sitcom.
But was he going for a joke?
Marcus
Yes.
Welby.
With the
Or
badge?
something.
Yes, he was.
All he had was a badge.
I
and a
believe
gun
he,
on?
I believe
Oh,
he
yeah,
made
that's
that
a
up.
joke.
That was his humorous
That's
anecdote.
not the story.
He made that noise. Did you hear that? Like the laugh, like to lead everybody to watch. Exactly.
And you also have to realize that he is pausing after his jokes because he knows he's going to add a laugh track later.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's hear that just so we can get... I'm fascinated with the editing process.
Wearing his gun and his badge.
Yes.
That's all he had on. This guy had his badge pinned to his chest, and he had his gun around his waist. Bloomington, Illinois.
You hear like some
Yeah.
girl screaming. She's laughing so hard in the
But
background.
they had to cut it quick to get to the next story.
Yeah, but they all shut up real fast.
Any cancer kids this week?
Not this week.
No.
You mean a cancer kid that he said was a growth on his back?
Yeah.
Yeah. Real nice, Scorch.
The greatest Scorch line ever.
My name is Rupert Pumpkin. Oh, God.
More weird news.
Finally, in Middleton, Massachusetts, a robber had an ironic end to a recent burglary. This is a great story. 23-year-old Eric Holman allegedly tried to rob the J.C. Grill and Convenience Store.
What happened?
Eric, if you're watching this show... He tried to leave the store. This 55-year-old guy tripped him with his wooden leg, right?
Oh, my God.
And then he held the guy down on the ground till the cops arrived. It's funny thing, the older the guy had a very good sense of humor about everything. When the cops showed up, they said, "What are you laughing at?" And he said, "Now this guy, just like me, doesn't have a leg to stand on." So there you go. And that, my friends, is today's installment of Weird News. Thank you very much.
I like how they laughed midway through.
Yeah, they left the setup.
Yeah,
the You Are an Idiot song. Well, they were laughing at the You Are an Idiot song, which is a Scorch favorite. You have any idea how often he played that song on the radio?
Really, a lot?
It's a staple.
He loves it.
A benchmark?
It's a benchmark. It's a Scorch benchmark.
The way the audience just started cracking up right at the end of that song.
Right.
Not as it was playing.
And it was also, he knew in his head, I'm sure he wrote that he's going to add that in post. Because he looked at the camera and it was ready immediately for the You Are an Idiot
song. Right.
And then, boom, the audience picks up. Good thing there's 2 tracks for sound effects.
So, now, does he have the radio show?
Oh, yeah, he's rocking afternoons in Manchester.
What time is he doing?
3 to 7.
What does he do?
Well, he does a brain cell stimulator. Which, again,
I can't take anything seriously.
That's another benchmark, which he's been doing since the morning days in Syracuse.
Yeah, mornings in Syracuse.
So he's been moving up in the radio world.
Well, I mean, yeah,
Syracuse, New Hampshire.
Weird news.
Technically down.
Can't get it out of my head.
And plus, he went from mornings to afternoon. Like you guys are afternoons, and then mornings. He did the reverse and went slightly lower in terms of markets.
Steven S. from Bayshore makes a very valid point on the instant feedback. Yes, we still have the instant feedback. Hey, Ope, how can you mock? Scorch's show is the lead-in for Nanny and the Professor.
Nanny and the Professor. Oh, Steve's in a great mood today. I don't know why, but Steve S. from Bayshore, just in a great, great mood today. Must be a special day.
You know what I mean?
He wrote that with a boner.
Oh, of course he did.
Think he's got a boner all day today?
Yes.
Scorch and Nick interrupt the sponsor break for a little more improv comedy.
Oh.
2-man comedy.
I love the way they work off of each other.
Because, the sponsor break is with Scorch, because at Scorch doesn't take commercial breaks because his sponsors are like part of the family.
Right, so it's not a commercial break.
No, and it's also because it's paid programming, so there wouldn't be any commercial breaks.
Why would there be?
It couldn't be.
Here comes the comedy in 3, 2, 1.
Love, it is what makes a Subaru a Subaru. Feel free to check it out.
Listen to the
I have an itch
clapping.
tonight.
Is it a constant itch?
I have an itchy eyebrow. What does that mean?
Dry skin, you need some kind of solve?
Solve? Did you say solve?
I said solve.
I'm talking bloomers. You asked me how old I am, and you said solve?
All right. I meant to say
solve
pain-reducing cream.
Isn't the word solve?
Well, okay, whatever. curve, whatever.
Solve. Hey, Granny, you got some of that solve? Oh, that's right. We're doing a sponsor break. Sorry, paying sponsors. Auburn Pitts. Let's hear it for Auburn Pitts. You know what I mean?
Wow, it's just this is something. This is like watching Eraserhead. It really is. I can't quite wrap my mind around.
If Eraser was Dick.
I can't get over the fact that he has no fucking clue that none of this is working.
And what's great is
that's the brilliance of this whole thing.
This thing has become more and more of a scam because he does less and less stuff that's associated with actual show content and more that's just sponsored.
Yeah.
Wow.
Should we take the Mob Wives?
Yeah. In 20 minutes, yeah.
All right.
Show did fucking 2.5 million people last night, I think.
I didn't watch the show, though. So
I didn't either, but isn't Sammy the Bull's daughter? Yeah.
All I heard was
that
some Staten Islanders were very insulted.
Okay, we'll figure something out.
Very
We're not prepared
by
to have
the
the Mob Wives in, but we'll do something.
We'll take them and we'll be nice to them.
Yeah, the show's big, so.
Show them Apple TV.
Did big numbers with VH1.
Some a load of shit fucking picture.
Tell Ron we'll do the Mob Wives. We'll finish the show up with those broads. But right now, Scorch, PFGTV. Scorch interviews someone from Loca Photo.
Yeah, it's a Loca Photo.
Loca Photo.
Oh, that's who took this picture that we're looking at on Apple TV of his studio audience.
His studio/pub audience.
Right.
Yeah, she's a sponsor, and I guess she paid enough to get an interview on the show. But the reason I pulled this is not because it's not an interesting clip, but you have to listen closely because you can hear the few people in the bar just milling about and talking.
Well, why aren't they paying attention and ready to applaud so loudly like they have been in the past?
And the visual that goes along with this is Scorch. For some reason, they left the full body shot of Scorch on as opposed to switching to a different camera angle. And you can see his hand waving people saying, stop talking, stop talking. We can hear you talking.
Fucking way. Are you kidding me?
You know what,
That's fantastic.
I went to a Jimmy Fallon taping once, and then we were fortunate enough to be on the show, and Jimmy does the same stuff.
Does he?
Yeah, man. People are talking to the audience, and you see him like trying to hush the people down.
Does he do it in a pub?
With 6 people in it?
Or is it when Lorne Michaels is getting him De Niro? Who's about to talk? Is it when Jimmy's interviewing the fucking lady who takes the pictures?
All I'm saying is it's not only Scorch this happens to.
How much Scorch is
the rest of the big night?
Again, Scorch the innovator.
How much did De Niro have to pay for his sponsor break?
Yes,
exactly.
Sponsor break.
What did Scorch do? We're looking for somebody with a clit and a Polaroid camera. Good one.
Yeah, so let's talk about Loca Photo because I love, as we said before, I love what you do. You've taken photography and you've made just everything you touch seems to make like beautiful work. Why photography? How long? Like, what brought you into the world?
Oh my God, he can't even fucking.
You can't.
What is he doing? He's stumbling.
She's a photographer.
There's no one that can really make photography better.
Why photography?
It's just become its own thing at this point. We all have phones that just take great pictures now.
But he's not asking Annie Leibovitz a question about shooting the queen without her fucking hat.
Right.
Jesus Christ, you stammering idiot. Some fucking lady whose name is like Dolores.
Why you taking pictures of the work, blah, blah, blah.
Everything you touch, you make beautiful. Why if it's a picture? I'm starstruck.
So are we going to see him wave off?
I can't believe I'm talking to you. It's just amazing. They're like #1 photography girl in Manchester.
He talks like fucking Rocky 2 when he was doing the fucking read for the commercials.
Right. I can't
Okay, now
what a big get for the show.
His right hand.
Okay.
Look at Penny Marshall. He's interviewing.
See, look at the microphone too.
On my couch, but it's not because she. Just what the fuck?
Can we get that question again?
Seems to make like beautiful work. Why photography? How long? Like, what brought you into the world of photography?
Well, as I was a little girl, I always enjoy going. Whenever I go to my aunt's house, I would always grab the album, and it was such a thrill to go through the pictures, and I really enjoy it.
Holy
it's one of the,
shit.
Did you hear the voices?
It's one of the Mondo topless girls.
I don't know.
But what a horrible question and remarkably an even worse answer.
Yeah.
I'd like to go through my...
you're starting away. Hey, keep it quiet.
Put me down. This is
quiet in the corner.
This is my exclusive interview with the camera girl.
Keep it quiet.
My aunt's photo album.
I grabbed her album.
As a little girl, my uncle would take the photos of me without any of my clothes on.
And look at my aunt's photo album, and we saw when everybody was fleeing the Nazis.
That's all you got on this? I want to hear this whole interview now.
Oh, God.
Because all they're doing is talking about photography.
The thing about PFGTV
right
is...
there.
Sure, like on my Kodak 110 with the flash bar. We got to do a nostalgia show someday. What makes a good photographer?
Well,
equipment does, right?
Well, hold this and tell me.
It's a shotgun.
Is this your regular point-and-shoot camera?
Well, no, but I like it because I can see myself.
Mm-hmm.
That's the
well,
audience.
You have to have
this. Yeah, that's the real audience.
Wow, that was a little extreme.
Please do not develop any of those. I'm surprised it's still in one piece.
Yeah.
What is going on?
Nick just said, please do not develop any of those, as if he was holding a film camera.
First of all.
Sorry, I didn't mean to step on Nick's gem.
Secondly, he didn't even take pictures. He was going with his mouth. And the last one he did, he pointed toward his crotch. Where was the guffaws, the laughter from the audience that was laughing at everything earlier?
This was more of a subtle humor type of deal.
Can I say honestly, that it could be the worst clip I've ever seen on television.
Just that one little bit?
It was just devoid of anything. Can we please play that again? I'm begging.
Yeah. I gotta hear that.
It was so...
I like it because I can see myself.
She gives him
I really
the camera.
enjoy it. So
he plays it.
7 to 8 years ago, I started doing some photography for my husband. He was in a band, and I was just doing freebies at a time, and I upgraded gears, and I'm pretty geared up right now. So.
Nice, good for you. Now here's a good question, okay? Honestly, think about this. What makes a photographer a photographer? Because honestly, I couldn't take I couldn't take a picture.
That's a good question, you promised.
We got ripped off.
What makes a photographer a photographer?
You gypped us of a good question.
What makes a mechanic a mechanic?
Well, by the way, you guys are prepared for the mob wives?
Yeah.
Maybe when they come in. So what makes a mob wife a mob wife?
A mob wife.
The fuck? What makes a photographer? I don't know. When you look at something and you see it, that makes you have eyes.
Yeah,
if you have a camera, you're a photographer.
And she's not a good photographer. She's stuck in Manchester. That's not where the good photographers are hanging out.
She's so good that she's doing gigs for Scorch.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Go back.
And exposing his
slightly.
tiny little audience.
It's tough because a little is a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Just
Kodak 110 with the flash bar.
Yeah.
We got to do a nostalgia show someday. What makes a good photographer?
Well,
Equipment does, right?
well, hold this and tell me. What do you think? Is this your regular point-and-shoot camera?
Well, no, but I like it because I can see myself.
Mm-hmm. Well, you have to have the... Wow, that was a little extreme.
Please do not develop any of those. I'm surprised it's still in one piece.
The lens is like...
You know what? I'm going to answer your question.
Holy shit.
I think it's the eye. I think it's the eye has everything to do with it.
The eye definitely
And the camera hasn't
A
turned
steady
towards him
hand.
at all.
A steady hand.
No.
But you also have to
don't
know
see
what
his
is
shoulder.
good subject matter, right?
You have to know
That's the eye.
your thing. I mean, I do my work
steady
online.
hand.
I keep myself in touch
It's
with
insightful.
the world. But I have to upgrade gears every once in a while, so we do.
It's like RBI right now. Ron
This is
Bennington
a
interview.
$2,500.
As long as I like how it's like,
Yeah, with a steady hand. You don't want shaky pictures, blurry.
The best is all you see is Nick's fucking dumb hush puppy sticking in.
They refused to put him in the shot.
No, Scorch probably requested that Nick not be in the shot.
When all they had to do is move the camera over because there's too much room to the left of Scorch that has nothing in frame.
No, I want to be. It's a solo one-on-one interview. I'd rather not have Nick in the shot.
I want the two shot. Well, all right, well, you can put his shoulder in.
She's not riveting.
oh wow.
She looks like the bassist from the Way Outs.
He said, "What makes a photographer a photographer?" And she said, "Look, it's a camera."
Look, a
and
camera.
she handed him a camera.
Yeah, steady hand, I would say. So a finger so you can press the button. Does that make it? Need a flash. Need it dark. The flash if it's dark out. I know all the things about photography. Tripod. Tripod for those shots where you need a tripod. Steady hand or tripod.
We got a few more clips before the mob wives come in. So we got Scorch talking about how great his new venue is, which is this crappy bar.
Yeah, you said that he always tends to look on the positive.
Oh, boy, does he.
We
can learn from Scorch as far as looking at the positive.
I think Scorch is one of those guys who practices The Secret and power positive thinking and things like that and puts himself where he visualized himself in this pub.
Oh, yeah.
If something bad happens, he doesn't even see it that way.
Nothing
Turns
bad's ever
it
happened.
around, it's good.
Before we get into our next segment, I want to talk about where we tape this show now. This is the living room. We felt so genericized, if you can use that word. Everything was so generic and sterile.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Everything was so, I mean, the TV studios were nice, mind you. I'm not going to say the TV studios weren't nice. But you know what? We came into this place. We tape at Michael's Pub. It's on 113 in Tingsboro, Massachusetts. It's 147 Frost Road.
Television City.
Michael's Pub actually actually set aside a special
Beautiful
place just for
downtown
us.
Burbank.
And this is what we call it's 3A. Excuse
3A,
me.
not
Excuse me.
113.
My bad. My bad. See, it's a bar. I'm allowed to drink when I tape the show now. But what's on 113 then? Am I taping another show there?
No. 113
please, no.
is probably that bar you don't remember DJing at.
Oh, okay. Michael's Pub gave us this beautiful living room. And even in the middle of the summer when the fire is going and I'm schwitzing like an SOB, you know what? It's still going to be a beautiful place.
They didn't give him a living room. They just moved some tables.
It's not a living room.
He's facing the bar.
It's a bar. There are probably normally just tables there and chairs.
Let me put up the picture again.
And like there's a bar 6 feet from his face, and they gave him this beautiful living room.
Look,
That's the most.
there's no living room there.
It's got a fireplace.
You can see they just pushed some tables aside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boy, he sure knows how to spin.
Scorch introduces a new segment.
Yeah.
The appetizer.
The appetizer.
By the way, most people would think, oh, maybe he's going to be talking about different iPhone apps.
Right.
He just talks about his app.
Oh, the
in
one
this
that
segment.
has, what, 500,000?
Well, you want to talk about a spin?
Oh, okay.
There's been a few more downloads since we last met.
Oh, good.
And we couldn't
I
find
love
any.
his app
We couldn't
count.
find any proof that anyone has actually ever downloaded his app.
Yes.
Well, there is proof that at least 3 Anthony, Sam, Travis have
Right.
downloaded.
3 people have downloaded his app.
Now, you know what I want to do? I want to do this segment that we call the appetizer. Because Scorch's PFGTV, we've made it into the future. We have a phone app now that, as of this taping of this show, has been downloaded 741,232 times.
What? He's got the exact number.
Come on!
Over 700,000 times.
But he's got the exact, like, to the 2.
To the number.
Yeah.
Holy
Not
shit.
to the 10, not to the 100, to the single number. He
Yeah,
just
like
got the statistics before they went to
One
shoot.
more person downloaded it right before they went on air, and he's like, well, come on, make that a 2.
Gotta be accurate.
Turn it into a 2.
Now, on the appetizer, we've got a lot of cool things. For instance, we have the show.
You know, Danny.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Your app should be accurate to your Twitter at the very
Well, I mean, it
least.
should be.
What do you mean?
You should be able to see some metrics.
Yeah, of
Right,
course.
right. The numbers don't lie.
Yeah, let's
How many
see.
followers does he have?
Scorch, and this is at Scorch. Well, he's going to get more now. So at Scorch PFG.
Pretty fucking good.
He's got about 155 followers.
All right. So
About or exactly?
Exactly 155 followers.
So 155 followers on Twitter, yet
700,000 plus.
Well, he's not a Twitter guy. He's a
App
TV
downloads.
app guy.
that is true.
He's too busy taping these shows to be honest.
All right. Fair
He's
enough.
like an app guy.
We have the weekly show that we tape, and you see it. It's on the appetizer. Now, it's on the app itself, I mean. Now, if you already have the app, erase it,
everyone does.
re-download it, and register. Because now we have alerts. And you can actually get alerts, so we'll be telling you certain things. For instance, we'll say for the next 5 people that come out to the TV tape, we want to give you a free dinner at Michael's Pub in Tingsboro, something like that. You know what I mean?
Tingsboro.
Yeah, Tingsboro. Yes.
You get a free app at Michael's Pub in Tingsboro. Know what I mean?
He is amazing.
Well, we have 2 more clips, but we have Mob Wives. What do we do?
Do Mob Wives, then go back to the clips.
Or you could just do the 2 clips, then they'll come in, and boom, what an hour.
And boom. Scorch talks about the app and the pub
5 minutes.
crawl. The scam is made clear. What do you mean the scam is made clear?
Well, you know how how Scorch always has an ulterior motive?
Yeah.
And the ulterior motive is usually to scam people out of some cash and not give any to Nick.
Yeah.
I'm just assuming, but it's a pretty safe assumption.
You've seen it before.
Yeah. Well, he lets the cat out of the bag. The pub crawl is not a charity thing now that it's associated with the app.
Also on the app now, we've got a fun and games section. You know what I mean? Where you can actually go on and play certain games like online beer pong.
Nice.
Which is nice. You know what I mean?
Angry viewer.
Yeah. Also, we've got PFG Radio. Now, PFG Radio, this is the kicker right here. Bands that get on the pub crawl You buy onto the pub crawl, you support yourselves and invest in yourselves, you support us. It's only $10 a week. You get on for at least 2 months, you get some tunes on PFG radio. I'll tell you, we're adding 3 bands by the time this show airs. There's going to be 3 more bands on PFG radio. Yeah, literally, that's picking up nice. And mind you, not to like try to encourage you or try to sway you one way or the other, but bands that get involved in this for PFG radio, we work in radio and television. Do you know how many industry type people are at PFG, at the app, checking out PFG radio? So you never know who can see and hear about your stuff, you know what I mean? So.
But I have to add,
industry people.
He believes all this.
Does he really?
Yes.
He also,
yes.
He's funny. He just threw a few numbers out there. He said $10 a week. You get on for 2 months. But that means he charges them $10 a week for 2 months.
For 2 months.
There's a minimum buy. It's an $80 buy.
It's $80 to get on the pub crawl.
This guy loves trying to get money out of it.
He loves nickel and diming.
And then he tells people that they're investing in themselves because industry people have the PFG app.
Do you
and
know
are
how
listening
many industry people?
Sam, put up a picture of all those industry people in that book.
Okay.
Do you know how many industry people
Actually,
download the app?
I want to try to figure out which person is the industry.
A few
person.
industry people went down to check out the taping. We'll just throw it up on Apple TV right now, and there they are. Yeah.
Oh, you know what? They're right there. It's the 2 in the front because those are the older. Usually, the older people are in charge of
they're the
those
industry
industries.
people.
So it's probably the gray-haired women sitting down in the front with a free appetizer.
We have one more clip. Scorch brings on a wrestling historian, and they promote their revolutionary new concept.
This is big for PFG.
This is it. The last one for today. Scorch and PFG TV.
Now, we were talking about
Sheldon
the outdoor
Goldberg.
thing, and we're going to jump right into it.
Okay.
Michael's Pub, just like Auburn Pits, because we're going to do it both places. Right. Myself and Sheldon, or let's do it this way, Sheldon and me, because he's actually a bigger portion of this, we came up with this concept. And don't try to steal it now, because it's trademarked. I spent the money to do that. I ain't a fool.
He's lying.
We're doing a thing that we're calling Bar Wars. You know what I mean? And we're going to do a brand new concept.
Lucas
We're
might
going
have
to
a
bring
problem with that.
literally 4 bout wrestling matches to bars, and we're going to have a wrestling match and a drink special and a bar special, a food special, and we're going to bring
Bar Wars.
Yeah.
You and I teamed up here,
No question.
It's going to be long overdue for one.
Yep.
What?
He's having some wrestlers wrestle in a bar and combining it with drink specials to create Bar Wars.
Bar Wars. There's already a Bar Wars?
Yeah, it's not his Bar Wars.
Yeah, look.
Yeah,
Bar
but he
Wars.
trademarked it. He paid for it.
But wait, somebody else has
Yeah, but
Bar
this
Wars.
website has obviously been here since 1996.
Wait a minute. That says Bar Wars LLC.
Oh, boy.
That means there has to
Bar
be
Wars,
paperwork.
It's a corporation.
Oh, shit.
This website has frames, bitch.
I already got that. Wait a minute.
I did trademark.
Unfortunately, we got to cut this off because we got the mob vibes coming in.
Yeah.
Maybe they watch PFG.
But that was a terrific PFG TV.
Wow.
Yeah, I
That
gotta
is
take a
so
quick look,
goddamn
too.
good.
Isn't it great that they're back in a bar where they should be?
Yes. In the living room, in the bar.
A lot of people going, hey, rewind, listen to the applause. It ends abruptly. How do you get hundreds of people stop clapping all at once?
I know, it's crazy.
Thank
Hey,
you,
birds of
Vanilla
a feather.
Thunder.
Birds of a feather.
So, all right. We love the Scorch. We're going to take a break. Mob Wives next. Stay there.